heard that you had a rent increase, right?
Yes.
And because the new owner bought the place in the whole block. And so I'm wondering though, why do you think that he gave you this rent increase? Like, what's your opinion or what's your thoughts on why?
You know, Tibu, to be really honest with you, I can't take a stance on what I might think someone is thinking. I believe that opportunity, so in my thoughts, opportunity meets preparation and your blessing lies in the middle. I believe that he and his family were preparing to buy this property, and so the money was there, they bought it. The opportunity was there, they bought it. I don't know what the rent increase had. I don't know why such a large increase, or I believe that they had no plans for us to be here. That was it, and I just don't think that the person stepped up and said, hey, you know what? You guys weren't in the plans. We bought it. I want to give you 6 months or something like that for you to do what you need to do. He did it in a roundabout way, which appeared sneaky. I'm not going to say that person is sneaky. I'm not going to say anything like that, but everything appeared, because it's only my perspective that I can go by. I believe that it could have been done differently, but again, all of that is my perspective. I can't say what that person was thinking.
Can I just ask you to say a little bit about your beautiful school here?
It's a beautiful school.
Okay.
No.
And what is that school?
Fromm's Martial Arts. We've been open now for 16 years. We've been on this block. We were actually right across over there, right across the street over here. My goal was to stay in East Oakland. I grew up in East Oakland and in Richmond, and I know that martial arts saved me. When I was growing up, there was a major dope dealer named Daryl. They call him Little Daryl, and he was the nephew of Felix Mitchell from Oakland. And in Kennedy Manor, he was cooking up his stuff. And when I was 8 and 9 years old, all my friends were runners. They were, running the drugs, running the money and everything like that. And so it's what I saw while I was going to school, junior high and all that stuff. And so, as a young person, I'm saying, oh wow, they have the cars, they have the money and stuff like that. So my only goal in life was to be a dope dealer. That was my goal in life. My mom didn't know this, but my martial arts instructor caught wind of it. And he came to me and he sat me down. He says, Ernie, because my name is Ernest Leon Fromm III. He called me Ernie, and he said, Ernie, you cannot straddle the fence. You can't be in the dojo and have these wants and these things. And he explained to me why it was wrong, and I saw it within my family as well. So I knew the difference between right and wrong. I just didn't know how to connect the dots. Martial arts allowed me to become a better thinker, think on my toes, be able to play chess with life, be able to see 3 paces before. So I opened Fromm's Martial Arts in 2000, and we've gone to India. I've been the U.S. coach to go to India, so I took our team to India, to Trinidad and Tobago. I've taken my teachings to Spain. We've taken our team to Ireland. My mom and my mom was always that person. She didn't believe in making agreements with children or making deals with kids. This is what my mom told me. She says, if you're going to open up a school in East Oakland, because I was working for John George in Gladman Psychiatric Health Facility as a counselor for schizophrenic adults and adolescents. She says, if you're going to leave that job, that great job that has, security and all these great things, you need to take those kids off their stoop. You need to take their kids away from East Oakland so they know that it's okay to leave. And I took that to heart. And so I've been here, and Fromm's Martial Arts it's not to do with kicking and punching. We just happen to do that well. I'm teaching people how to live a different life. That's why it says, it says a way of life and not the way of life. Everybody has their way of living. I just am that person that I want to be able to add something different to people's lifestyles.
And when you came to this neighborhood, how do you feel like you changed this neighborhood?
I haven't changed this neighborhood. Fromm's Martial Arts has. I'm a person. I'm a human being, and I can't do anything by myself. I have a team of black belts, of people that stand behind me like yourself. No man is an island. I grew up as an only child, but I have much family. I grew up with no father. It was just my mother and I. But my instructor, Dathan Taylor, became my father. More than a father figure. He really became my father. And he really showed me what I'm supposed to do as a man. MAN, master all needs. It's non-gender specific, but it's about us and our humanity. So he taught me how to be a better human. So, yes.
Okay, youth scholars or adult scholars. Anybody else? Come on, questions? Kimo or Tyree?
How do you feel about the rent being increased?
How do I feel about the rent being increased? I've let go of those feelings because, and these are all my opinions and everything, to me feelings are false. Feelings are specific to the person that feels them. So no matter what I feel, there's something I have to do. I feel like it's unfortunate that we have to leave a place that that we love, that we've called home. And going back to your question before, but to answer yours as well, the school has changed this block in that there was major drug dealing right around. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. I feel like we're losing a home, but we're going to gain something else. You know, we're going to gain more exposure. We're going to change, and change is constantly breaking through our comfort zone. You know, when I moved here 2 years after, 3 of the major dope dealers around here took me into the store back over here, and I didn't know what this was about, but I have trust in God. I don't have trust in humans, and so I went back there with them, and one of them with tears in her eyes says, "We know what you do. We know why you're here, and we're not going to sell. We're not going to sell during the day. We're not going to sell during the times that schools are open, including East Oakland Leadership Academy and Fromm's Martial Arts." And they kept that promise. And the dope dealers that would come in here, we have one of the officers around here is a martial artist as well, and he helped clean up. He was always responding to things. So we just systematically just showed people that this is not the place for that. This block is not the place for that. And the black belts here, myself, we